All right. Hello, ESL. Welcome back to your online lessons. As you guys know, there is a quiz on Friday, so we are going to be reviewing for that today. Just some quick updates before we begin. For those of you who do not have computers and would like one for class, there is a Google survey that is available in Google Classroom for you to put in your information, and the school will send you a computer. So if you do not have a computer and you want one, please fill out this survey. If you have a computer, it's not an issue, don't worry about it. So if you go to your Google Classroom, you just scroll down here, you will see a Google form that says Computers ESL. You just click on that and some questions will come up and we will be able to send you a computer, okay? Some of you have reached out and said that you don't want a computer, that you prefer to use a phone. For this class, I don't have a problem with that. I have created all my lessons so that they're easy to use on a phone, just because I know many of you prefer to use your phone or use a phone, but I'm not sure for every class that you will take. So if you are currently using a phone and you would like to keep it that way, that's fine with me, but just make sure to touch base with each of your teachers, maybe send them a quick email, just letting them know that you're using a phone and you plan to use a phone for the rest of the semester. That's completely fine. Just let them know to make sure that there is no trouble there. If you have a computer, don't worry about it. If you want one, please fill out the Google survey. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Okay, so as you guys know, there is a quiz on Friday. I have created a review sheet and I have posted it in Google Classroom. For today, we're just going to go over this review sheet just to make sure you don't have any questions and that everything is good to go. All right, so as you guys know, the quiz is on Canadian studies, so we're just going to look over some of the things that we have learned. I recommend that you rewatch some videos or look over some of your assignments to help you study, but for now, we're just going to go over the review sheet so we are more familiar with what we are doing. So if you go into your Google Classroom, you just click right here, and it will take you to the review sheet. All right, so let's have a look. So, here are some of the things that you should review before the quiz on Friday. The quiz will include multiple choice questions and one long answer. Good luck. All right, so here are all of the things that will be included on the multiple choice questions. Number 1, the provinces and territories of Canada. So I want you to be able to tell the difference between provinces and territories. As you guys know, there are 10 provinces and 3 territories. I want you to be familiar with which ones are which. Understand just generally where the provinces and territories are on the map. This does not mean you have to have the whole map of Canada memorized. I'm not asking that. I just want you to be more familiar with the directions where all of the provinces and territories are. So if you'll remember when you completed the kind of quiz game for Canada, we talked about north, south, east, and west. And I just want you to be more familiar with kind of the direction and where each province and territory is located just generally. All right. Canada's oceans. So I want you to know how many oceans are in Canada and what are their names. So as you guys know, there is Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic. And just be familiar with where they are in relation to the provinces and territories. Okay, the regions of Canada. So we learned about this last class. So we talked about the 5 regions of Canada. We know that Canada is broken up into provinces and territories, but it's also understood in different regions or areas. I just want you to be familiar with the 5 of them. Again, you don't need to have them all memorized, but just sort of understand what makes them different. And more importantly, I want you to know what provinces or territories are in each region. So, yeah, that's just sort of something you can be reviewing. Okay, for your short answer question, so you're going to be asked the question which we talked about at the beginning of the unit. To you, what does it mean to be Canadian? So, at the beginning of this unit, we talked about this very generally. Now that you've had some time to really think about this question, I want you to answer it with a little more detail. So, you're going to answer the question with 5 to 7 full sentences, and I want you to write with your best spelling and grammar. You do not need to take kind of things from the course. You can think about some of the things we talked about in that first lesson, or you can just decide on your own what it means. It doesn't matter what you answer. I would just like for you to defend your answer. We've talked about this before in class, which feels like a long time ago, but we talked about how I'm always asking for you to just explain your answer. So it doesn't matter what you say, it's just that you can explain why you have said it. So if being Canadian means going to Tim Hortons every day, tell me why. If being Canadian means that you can speak your mind and you can speak freely, tell me why you believe that. And that's going to be it for the quiz. It's not going to be too scary or challenging. It should be pretty straightforward. Um, but yeah, that's it. If you have any other questions, please don't be afraid to email me. It's not going to be a scary quiz. It's going to be pretty straightforward. And you shouldn't be too worried about it. Uh, yeah, so Mr. Fish wishes you all good luck on your quiz. And I will see you on Friday when I give you your quiz. Okay.